waiting.
This Australian is staying with me. They don't have Dr. Pepper there. It's really strange.
Oh my goodness.
It's really.
I grew up on that stuff. I was born and raised in Texas.
Oh, yeah?
It came out of the faucet. I mean,
Where in Texas?
Dallas,
Oh, shit.
South Dallas.
Cool. That's so exciting.
It was.
That's a great music scene.
It was, and I met some fantastic people. Still friends with them.
Yeah.
My second wife is from there, and we're great friends. We talk all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she has my bulldog.
Aw.
I know. Well, so I got this dog, and Buster
Aw.
raised it. The shit went down. All my fault. Relationship blew up. All my fault.
Thank you for saying that.
100%.
That's so cool.
Don't care. I don't care if that person was 90% at fault. It's all my fault.
Hell yeah, it is.
That 10%
Still
caused
all your
it.
fault.
So all my fault. There you go. Done. And I've had to repair cell damage since then. But the thing is, if you face that and you just really face it, stop gaslighting yourself. You know, it's where it starts. Because you gaslight yourself, you can gaslight anybody. And once I did that, and I just realized, man, dude, you need some help. And the best help is from me. Because I know me. And I actually went elsewhere. I have talked to people, and I'm answering the questions for them. I'm like, okay, shit, fuck. Just face your crap, you know, and just deal with it. Just as horrible as it makes you feel, just deal with it. Yes.
May I ask
in
you?
the corner.
Yeah. Can I ask you a couple questions?
Yes, of course.
Just like, are you sober?
Yeah.
Okay. When's your birthday?
But I never really drank.
Or what's your birthday?
September 30.
September 30th?
Mhm.
Okay. Interesting.
In the past.
What? Oh no, I don't
19 in the past.
I don't give a rip.
September 30th, yeah, Libra.
Okay, cool.
So,
That's a harsh pill to swallow there.
yeah.
Libra. Whew.
It took a while
That's you
to
don't
get there.
Yeah.
But the point is,
Yeah.
and I'm slouching again. Sorry. He tells me I look fat ass when I'm sitting over here slouching. Thank God somebody does. But so I had the dog. The dog is in
Buster?
Buster, bulldog, English bulldog, just the cutest, just great little thing. But he's in an environment and in an energy
Yeah.
that's really, really caustic. And so when everything kind of concluded, and I'm leaving out really fun details, but I thought that what's the best thing here? The best thing is whatever the best thing for the dog is.
Aww.
I can't keep the dog because after that I had to kind of restart, recalibrate. This is, I don't know, 8 years ago, whatever.
Wow.
And
So Buster's still with us?
I said, okay, my ex-wife, who lived in Texas, she's the one, when we were together, that I was introduced to bulldogs, because I thought it was the weirdest looking creature I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Brought one over, and I'm like, what is that thing? And then, of course, 2 days later, I'm in love with it. But, so I thought, I have to give up my dog, take him to Texas, because I know she'll take care of him. She's really good with this. And that's what I did. And now that's been, these whatever many years.
8 years?
And Buster, it's been about 5.
Interesting. I've known you more than 5 years.
Okay, so it's been 6. Shit.
I mean,
I'm going to check the calendar.
I don't know how long I've known you, but it certainly...
Has it been about, you're right.
Because...
2018?
Probably.
Maybe? Yeah. Because that
Somewhere
first
around
show
there.
in OC, at that place in Costa Mesa, I think.
Probably.
What did I call it? It's still there. Anyway, I let the dog go because that was what was best for the dog. He's still alive,
Aww.
still kicking. He's half blind, half deaf. But
Yeah. It's weird. Good for you. It's a very
Yeah.
interesting thing to choose the dog. Like, ultimately, I guess you're choosing yourself.
Well,
Huh.
I wanted him to get the best care possible. I
Yeah.
knew that wasn't going to be with me. even though he's my son,
Yeah.
I had to let him go.
Yeah.
But in a sense, I didn't let him go. I mean, I go to Texas every year, once or twice, and of course I see him, and he just wiggles and spits and slobbers all over me.
I love
And
dogs.
now I have a little kind of crazy Frenchie
Okay.
rescue.
So you like the funny faces?
Yeah, I'm just familiar with it, so I just go there. But I love all dogs. There's just not a dog I don't like.
I might rip you off on that name, Buster. That's a pretty good
It's
name.
a cool name. Rip it off.
I might rip you
It's
off.
rip-offable.
I think that sounds about right for Little Miss Best Friend number 2. Buster.
Yeah, I know. 'Cause-
Buster. Yeah.
See, does
Buster!
that not work? It's
Buster!
perfect.
Buster. Yeah.
Looks around the corner. I'm
This is a
here.
good girl, Buster. You are. Yeah. Thank you. I was really not sure what the next name was going to be. That was my biggest concern.
Well, if I could pass that on from
Thank
one
you.
little furry friend to another,
Thank you so much.
that would make me feel really good.
That takes like 20% of the pressure off of my life. Like my whole life.
Buster, so shall it be.
Buster.
Christened.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
because, we love our four-leggeds, but as we all know, they're not with us forever.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I was a heart.
Physical form.
Yeah, I did not know that. I really didn't. I'm kind of shocked every day. I'm like, where is she?
Yeah.
I kind of got it at the beginning. I was like, yeah, it makes sense. You got to go. But I kind of thought she'd be coming back in some weird way. It's weird. I'm like, where'd she go, though?
Well, probably because there's a very real part of her that doesn't go away,
Yeah.
that lives, this physical dimension is just a kind of a paper-thin reality.
Yeah.
And
Well,
there's so much more beyond that.
Yeah. She is a physical manifestation of the energetic property that if we're lucky enough to see it in our lifetime, it's not very often, but I think she taught me something I never really understood that people talk about is love is an energetic dimension. It's like a thing and a place, and everything you love reminds you of this dimension. And I can't quite feel it in my sorrow, but every time I see something beautiful, I'm like, Tommy, because it's all the same thing. It's just we just don't have enough nuances to the way we think or the words we have to really understand. But it's all things that we love, we're just we're little monkeys, just I love you. And it's it's not this little guy I pet. Although I miss the body. Ooh, I miss the body.
I know, right?
It was so
Oh my
cute.
God.
And
Yeah.
it snored every night. And the last 2 years when it went to bed, because it would always beg. It begged for a lot of things.
Yeah.
But when it went to sleep, because I couldn't really discern between the needs, but when it went to sleep, it would go like this. And then I'd be like, you're tired, aren't you? And she would just look up at me still kind of wanting maybe another piece of cheese or something.
yeah,
but I'd be like, you want to go to bed.
You want to go to sleep.
I can tell because your tongue's sticking out. And then they put it over on the bed. But
Yeah. So
it's
much truth
weird.
there.
It's weird because also people often say, I see him in the clouds or in a beautiful sunset. And they're not quite, hitting the point is that the sunset and the person and the this and the that aren't these separate things that you have a connection to. It's all we're in a 3D dimension. That's not it. It's not it. And we can kind of see through it and have these moments of clarity of wait, this ain't it. But when you're lucky enough to love so much that it rips through all time and space, and you're love is one thing. Everything is Tommy, and Tommy's everything. Right. And it's it's so cool. I just, I thought I'd be more advanced than to miss the body, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm but a mere mortal. I miss
That's right.
the body.
Yeah, we accept what we are, our flaws, our dysfunction, our DNA.
Yeah.
And but it's okay because like what you just said, we can come to that conclusion. We can perceive that if you've got the eyes and the sensitivity to see it and to feel it, and that's kind of in a way it's sort of like us overcoming our limitations because you see beyond it. There's beyond it, and not everyone does. Not everyone even cares or wants to bother.
Yeah.
But a lot of us do, and I think it's very fortunate. When I've had my one or two moments of insight, and it just makes me think, wow, okay, you know what? There's a whole lot else going on.
Yeah.
I don't know all of it. I also don't have to know all of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everybody's so busy trying to define. And I'm like, well, I've just got this little brain.
Well, it's the
Let
first
it be
step.
undefined.
I think it's like the first step of deconditioning. It's like, whoa, wait a second. Like, my job doesn't matter. Wait a second. Wait, there's not, like, all these rules. Like, wait a second. Every religion is talking about the same thing. Wait a second. Like, and so you're like, okay, I gotta find the answer. And it's like, no, bro. That's the problem. There is no answer. It's within you. Like, you're the answer. Just, like, chill.
Yeah.
But I think that's the instinct is to be like, I gotta find it somewhere. Like, I gotta go
Yeah.
ayahuasca trip now.
Right.
Get to the bottom of this reality shit.
Oh no! I mean, it's so true.
Yeah.
Because people get so uncomfortable. If they don't have something like that, they can lean on or stand on or sit on. We all feel a kind of basic, foundational insecurity a little bit because we look up in the universe at night, and there it is. There's no answers. There's no big smiling face talking to us.
Aww.
It's like us and it.
That would be so cute if there was a smiling face looking down on us.
Well, I look out there every night and I still don't see it. But
that would be so cute, though. Somebody drew a smiley face on the moon.
just reaching down and kind of petting us like we pet. Like it's okay, it's fine, but we don't have that, so we're insecure, we're afraid, we're nervous.
It's just conditioning. It's not. It doesn't exist everywhere, and it doesn't. I think it's new, conceptually new. I think it's. To my understanding, is that everyone was just chilling wherever they were.
Yeah.
Living off the land, having a good old time. They weren't trying to
Right.
do much. Like, you know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
like they were fine. And then some people got some big ideas to go get other stuff.
Yes.
And then some people were like, let's congratulate these people for getting some other stuff. And then they mixed it all up and like ruined everybody's like peace. And I
Yeah.
think it's just like I think it's a new, I don't know when they made America or whatever, but I think all of this is pretty new. I know Europe did it way before and everything, but if you go to Europe, like those people in those countries, like they're still chilling. They're still just doing French shit or doing Italian shit. They're not like us, like their food is real. Like we have to add supplements to our water because it's like not watery enough. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? It's like you can't get hydrated from water. Like this breaking news, you can. It's just we don't have enough nutrition in our food, so we need to add shit to our water. It's like this is all breaking news. Like, you know what I mean?
Very complicated.
But it's all so simple. And I think it's like, I think we're getting back to that point where everyone's like, wait, what? Like, wait, that's stupid. Like,
Right.
I'm not, this like, your
I think so, too.
job, like, oh, you got to find one person out of everyone in the world. That's your special someone. You can't like anybody else. And if you do, like, that's a bad sin thing.
Right.
And you have to find this little, like, house and pay all these taxes. Like, all of these things are brand new manufactured
They're pretty recent.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they also are the reason why people are, like, way off the path of, like, righteous positivity.
Well, but you're right.
Yeah.
And what I was it's very complicated what they've created. But like you just said, the solution is in fact very simple. because it doesn't take, you don't have to deconstruct through all the complication to get to a place or an answer that makes sense, that contains balance, and that can just contains a kind of innate, intuitive connection that you want to feel, not only with your immediate environment, with the earth, but with yourself and the people around you. That's not complicated, but they've made it as complicated
Well,
as they
they've
possibly
made
can.
here somehow brilliantly. I will not take that away from them. Brilliantly, the idea of almost all of our natural, intuitive, like instincts and feelings of like there's something else. They've like, what's it called? Villainized all of our natural instincts.
Right.
So we're just like, fuck, I gotta drink alcohol. Like, cause something is deeply wrong, and it's too painful for me to figure out. And if I am like a man and I'm sensitive to this, like I'm a loser. If I'm a woman, like I probably have to change the way I look. If I'm like anything in between, I'm not good. Like there's like all these rules for all these different ways that they brilliantly put in our minds from a very young age and made it like how we appear to others to be the most important thing in the world.
Right.
Like we're a normal family, dress normal, like, you know, and like you're like, oh shit, sorry, like I'm normal, I get good grades. And then yeah, it's like I think it's like people are slowly starting to be like, I don't want to drink my life away. They may not know how to stop drinking because it's so hard, but it's like that idea like, oh, I'm avoiding my feelings is happening. And also they're addressing like trauma. So all these things are kind of popping out. Like, what's the reason why we're all staying locked in these cages that we made? And they're like coming to light, and like I'm getting ads for it. So it's like it's doing a great job.
Right.
And then pretty soon people are gonna be like, let's do yoga together. You know, like,
Well, it's,
and that's the start. And then we'll all get
Yeah.
crystals and the magic crystals, and we'll place them around our houses, like me. And then we'll express ourselves in different ways. And then I think that's the
just
future.
be accepting
Yeah.
of that.
I think
It's not a threat.
I think it's working.
This Buick's a beaut.
I'll try it.
It is working. I think it almost has to. Maybe, boy, I've read a million different theories. I've climbed down every rabbit hole there is. But you know that we might. In fact, just this morning I was watching something about some guy saying how we are indeed an experiment.
Oh, fuck yeah, we are. A failed ass experiment, but
Well, but we were put here as a wind us up. Let's see what happens. Just enough that if we really want to, we can find that place
aw.
that's going to give us victory. But only just enough. Everything else beneath that, below that, is this chaotic kind of spaghetti bowl.
What's victory, I wonder?
The victory over our inability to accept, our inability to somehow create, why is that person suffering and I'm not? Do I just walk away and not give a shit? Or do I figure out some way that that person doesn't have to suffer? Whatever they're suffering from, and for whatever reasons. Why does that matter? Because ultimately, those reasons are my reasons, are your reasons, are all of our reasons. Sorry, Zach. And so it's all just one big circle that keeps coming back. No matter how much we think somebody is an other, they're actually just us, and we're them. And why are there flags? Why are there things that separate? Why are there these divisions? When in fact, literally, it's the corniest thing in the world. But all of humanity, it really is one big family. We really are brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
That's the victory. If we could achieve that, realize that,
Yeah.
and then, have big barbecue picnics for everybody all the time.
Every day.
Yeah, every day.
Does it feel true to you that this is that we're like actually here? like as animals on Earth, just it's,
Maybe most of the time. Sometimes. I'm not sure.
you don't have to. No one knows.
And again, yeah, I at some point in life, again, after jumping down all the rabbit holes and then enjoying my time down there, I love rabbit holes. Give me a conspiracy. I love it. I'll take it all the way to the end. I want to know. Since the 1970s, I've been jumping down these rabbit
Good
holes.
for you.
Started with UFOs, which we'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
But
Good.
but the fact that we don't have to know, and we're okay if we don't. Whew, man, you barely passed that test. But the fact that I don't know doesn't bother me. I don't know. Is God? Is there not God? What is? I don't know. I don't care, because if there is, I'll find out soon enough. And speaking of UFOs,
Yeah, talk to me.
the abductee experiences that I've read about, and then again, you take a body of those experiences, then you shrink that down to the ones who've actually had an experience on board some craft. Then you shrink that down to the people who have actually had conversation and been conscious enough while they're in that place. Can you imagine? They ask, what is God? And and everyone that I've read about, where they've actually asked that question,
I'd like you
they
to send
defer.
me some of this.
They're saying, well, that's complicated.
Huh.
We, them, just call it the source.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's almost like, why wouldn't they talk about it? That's always mystified me a little bit.
I think it's the same thing as us assuming love is something we feel or give to like little cute things or each other or whatever. It's like our comprehension of God or whatever is we're so limited. We're more limited than any other animal in like our visual field, our hearing, every single thing. It's impossible for us to. So for them, these like many races of these sometimes intergalactic, interdimensional, these things trying to explain to like, it's basically like if you were to explain to a 3-year-old, like what's God, you wouldn't be like what would you even say?
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't even,
where
and
do I start?
our comprehension of, like, we don't even, honestly, if I like, for us to even have a conversation about time, what is time? Like, we wouldn't get very far. We could just, like, imagine we have the same idea, but I have a feeling we don't. And, like, not even in a mean way, but, like, I don't even think we could talk about time, let alone, like, when this whole thing started, who started it all, what their, whatever is. But I will say an interesting thing. I don't know where you read about these. Where do you get your UFO abductee, contactee information from? Just curious.
I know a guy. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No. I don't. Well, starting back in the ancient past, which I always like to refer to as the 70s. 70s were a really weird decade. I'm going to do a whole video on the 70s.
Yeah, I feel like
spooky
that's
stuff
evidence.
started in the 70s.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah. People didn't even realize how much shit is going on right now. A lot of the things that we hold in our hand, how all that came to fruition in the 70s.
Yeah.
Which when I was a teenager in the 70s, I fucking hated that decade. Like the worst music, you all can just fuck the fuck off. So that's why when the Ramones happened, I jumped in hook, line, and sinker. I'm like, oh my God, yes. Honest, get right to the point. Now, it took me a few days. I bought that album in late 76, and I thought it was the worst shit I'd ever heard. But about a month before that, I'd just gone to a Yes concert in a sold-out 14,000-seat stadium. And it was a 3-hour absolute bore. And I was completely, I don't know how many joints we smoked before we went, because that'll make it better, man. But it didn't. It just made it seem longer. And I didn't even realize that when I heard that Ramones, I was waiting for that moment to just break free.
Yeah.
But during the 70s, it's interesting to me over time to watch how information slowly becomes more and more available. So you had books written about UFOs. I mean, this whole thing started in the late 1940s anyway. But you would get these really dry books with not much information, not much insight, anything, because it was just so covered up, and it was the other. But over time, and it kind of exploded in the 80s, but slowly books, and in the 70s, magazines, actually a couple that came out.
Oh, yeah.
And they were at least
Oh, yeah.
asking the basic questions.
Yeah.
What is this? Have you ever done this? Here's MUFON. Do you want to be a part of that? You know, and I've been tempted so many years. So it's
You
just
should
been.
do it.
I'd love to be an investigator.
Why
I
not?
mean, I don't know.
Come on. It only takes like an hour to sign up for that.
Okay, I'll do it tonight.
Do it. It's worth
I
it.
would love it because
Yeah.
I'm so open-minded about
This
it.
is an interesting
you know.
time too. Like you probably, like most people, like myself, maybe, I don't know, but kind of thought like, it's all the same. It's not going to change. There's no point in getting into it now. It's like
Right.
maybe it's real, maybe it's not. I don't know. I kind of believe in it. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know what people think, but something is happening right now that's different than any other time, and
you.
not what's happening in America, not what's happening globally.
Yeah.
What's actually happening to human beings is different in the last like 6 years
Yeah,
from
no,
any
I
other
agree,
time.
100%.
And the kind of like state that abductees and contactees are in when they're being taken or when they remember
Yeah.
or whatever it is, like it's crossing a lot of different boundaries, but most of it's telepathic. And most of their information they get is telepathic, and everyone across like psychics, mediums, ufologists, like anyone, tarot readers, astrology, all these different people are like, wait a second, I think this is interdimensional. So there's this new sort of idea that this isn't a physical thing coming into our plane of existence that exists there and is like, it's because it's like, why in the 50s and 40s was it a saucer that looked like a saucer from the 50s? Why?
on your way.
Well,
Flying saucers.
yeah, I will just say it used to feel like it was my place to raise awareness or consciousness or try to speak up for the contactees, abductees, experiencers, because I felt that, like, just the idea of having the most traumatic thing, most extreme thing happen to you and then to not be believed just seemed like such bullshit. So I really wanted to speak up. But now in the world, I don't think that anybody telling anyone anything, hoping that they can convince them of something, is like that important anymore. I feel like you're saying, like doing the meditation to have things come to you, like, is good, but like anyone trying to convince you of anything, everything you should find it within yourself. Everything that you need to find, you will find. Like, I believe in reincarnation, and I believe there's a reason we don't remember our past lives. Yeah. I don't know that reason, but I just don't think it. I don't think we're supposed to. I think it's a lot of information we don't need. So the thing I would say about the UFO topic, just to consider, is that before, even if you see ancient, like, paintings of ships in the sky, it's like their language, their visual language for a fast-moving thing is a ship. Is there going to be a ship, like a boat with sails in the sky? Like, that would be crazy if you saw that now. So we just see what is in our awareness, and that has changed. So how is that possible that in the 90s and the 80s, the triangle was so popular? And it's like, wow, that really resembles, like, our military stuff. And then some people be like, because it is our military. And I think that that's a little goofy, because it's like, there definitely wasn't that type of military stuff going on a long time ago. Even also something, that submarine, remember that submarine that, like, exploded with those billionaires? Yeah. It's like, if there was technology on Earth that could travel throughout space and do all these things that defies the rules of science as we know it, defy gravity, defy not having any type of push or pull with air. I don't know what that's called right now, because my brain's, like, not that good, but it defies all the laws of science as we know it. It doesn't combustion. That's what it is. Like, all the things we're seeing doesn't have anything. And it's like, if something like that existed, you all think, like, billionaires would let themselves die in a submarine? Like, there would obviously be technology to get to them and save them. Like, we do not have the technology that these ships are displaying. Now, why are these ships always changing? Like, it's because we can't understand, like, or drones or whatever. It's like, there are drones, but there's also these other things that we can't explain. And the easiest explanation, which is always what I like, is that it's not a matter of something coming from Mars or some galaxy far, far away or whatever. It's interdimensional. So it's not like, we can't begin to imagine what that means. Also, I hate to say it, but I think they've always been here. Like, why would that be weird?
I know.
Have you ever seen
weird.
an orchid?
Yeah.
Today I went to, like, Huntington Garden. We were looking at this plant. I don't know if you ever heard of it, the corpse flower. No. It's like, I don't know. It's like, it smells really bad. That's why it's super famous. But it's like maybe 6 feet. It's the biggest flower in the world, and it blooms once a year, something like that. And, like, it looks exactly like the one from Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, okay.
It's just this giant fucking plant, and it's like, what's that? Like, what do you think? But the main thing I think also is that, like, we can't understand telepathy, but we're all telepathic. Yeah. And these things are starting to come onto line, and there's little ways you can tell, which is pretty interesting to me, is like stop signs. I've noticed people used to have, there was rules, you know, there still are rules, but now everyone looks at each other. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Do you drive?
Right.
Like, there's something where it's like, we don't just follow the rules, we also look at each other and we discern in a moment telepathically,
Sure.
is it more fair for you to go actually?
Yeah, I know.
Or like, I don't give a fuck, and then you just go. That's telepathy. You're seeing like apes kind of get this telepathic beginning that's going to keep growing, and it's like all of these things are going to lead down a corridor of not like, that's why I love this shit. Like why I love UFO stuff and like little green men and all that stuff is because it's so goofy compared to what the reality of it probably is.
Yeah,
That it's
I
like
know.
not anything we can possibly understand except that our eyes, like the famous guy that's always on all the ships whenever these people get abducted is, there's like a mantis, and and all of their things is, he seems like the leader, and there's no communication. They're not speaking to them. They're not, but there is communication. It's just telepathic. And like for these other beings, like all of these things are sort of mysteries to us, especially in the West, because we've been pulled so far out of nature. And being fully in nature means that you can communicate fully with things outside of you, intuition, like knowing plants, knowing all these things. So it's like this idea of communicating with like a bunch of different species on a ship, but not having to like go through the like, how'd you get through the ceiling? How'd you get through it's like, dude, it's like you don't even understand anything. And I don't either. It's just, it's not, none of it is what we think it is. And to the idea that all these people from all around the world say so many things in common that are impossible for them to all know, but for them to get a sense, the vibe. I get the vibe that the mantis is like the one in control, but I never see him. I don't look at him. Nobody looks at the mantis. He's in the corner. He's leading the rest of them. And like there's like the, you know, the Nordics, and then there's like the Greys, and they're taking care of me, and like there's kind of, it's like a hypnotic state, and sometimes I remember. But the main thing that I wanted to say that's changing, or seems to be different, is that humans, when we went under hypnosis, used to go fully under hypnosis. You know how they could like make someone like dance like a chicken, or like do these weird things? Like now humans don't fully go under hypnosis anymore. You still are aware of your you have a conscious awareness of your body, which is new within the last like 15 years. So humans are evolving. So why also isn't it that we're just early stages of these aliens that have no gender, like you know what I mean? There's all these like, why aren't we them? Like, why is everybody? I don't understand how you could not think that they are something, you know?
Yeah. Well,
but then believe that this like one guy only came back from the dead and like does all this cool stuff and like all these things, and like, but just that guy. It's like, why stop there? Let's keep going. Like, let's have fun with this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so much more to explore, and when you start to say some things are weirder than others, you get more boring.
Yeah, well, we're, like you said, everybody is on that path, and individually, as more and more people kind of just sort of in a very organic way find themselves experiencing these things or realizing these things, waking up, you know, that's an old term, but still it applies. Well, the more individuals that do that, then the more it's kind of infiltrating and dispersed throughout all of humanity around the world. And of course, we have communication devices now that bring all of that even closer, and while it happens, as it's happening, and that contributes, just that alone helps contribute to this raising of consciousness. Again, a kind of an old term, but it's nonetheless true. And I agree with you 100% that we are very slowly but surely getting to that point where those things are just going to be more and more a part of our consciousness, how we deal with each other. And, you know, I don't want to say hopefully, because I think there's almost no choice for it to have a positive outcome. You know, it just, I hate using the word evolve because I'm not so sure about that. But as we learn, I'll just put it that way. I think that we, you know, it's just going to make things better. I mean, it has to. because the world right now is on the verge of implosion, and but I think you get to the brink, and that may be where the biggest breakthroughs are. You've got to almost get to that point where there's the abyss, and we're all ready to jump in. Are we going to do that? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to choose not to do that.
Right.
We're not doing it.
Well, I think using the term experiment is pretty good for this situation because it's like we tried this experiment, at least here, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't work. Like no animal is meant to be like on their own without like any knowledge of like the things around them. And like, I'm just in my domicile and I don't need anything else and I can eat whatever I want. And it's like so clear that we've been pulled so far away from like we're an animal. We're animals. It's so strange, but it's like there's certain facts of being an animal that it's like we can keep like going farther away from nature, but it's all we're doing right now, which is hilarious, is like wellness is all just like things to be an animal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
like stuff like for like, oh, doing like these weird things to your face and everything. It's like, or you could just like walk for like a couple miles like you're supposed to, or like you could just move in like, like there's just, it's just so bizarre to me. It didn't occur to me because as you say, wake up or whatever. I was like, I was like fast fucking asleep until a few years ago. And I was like, whoa, and it's like a remembering, like, oh yeah, like we're out here doing stuff that really doesn't make sense, that's like not natural in any way, shape, or form, and we're so upset that we're not fitting in, that everyone's doing drugs and drinking and is like getting hooked on things and like can't get out of it and is like working so hard to like live in a place they don't like and all of these things and like trying to fit into this thing that's just so getting so strange. And I think it worked for a while when there was less people because it was like, we only need like 100,000 tomatoes. So like, it's not, but now it's like, okay, we're going to need tomatoes fucking every day for the whole fucking year. Every family's going to need them. Like we're going to get a refrigerator. We're going to make all these things so that you can have tomatoes all the time. And then it's going to just start being this like white circle that you slice into with like no nutrients, and then you're like, shit, there's no nutrients in the food, fuck. Okay, we're gonna take vitamins, we're gonna do, and it's like we're just getting so far away now. It's like, okay, we all get like these diseases, we're gonna figure out how to fight the disease, not by your diet. Like don't look at that, don't look over there, don't look at the way you treat your body, don't look at the shit you put in your head, the things you think about, people you hang out with, the fact that you go to bars every night, like whatever. It's just, don't worry about all that. We're just going to give you like, we're going to figure out the medicine to stop this thing at the end of the day. And then like on Instagram, it'll be like, did you know like in Japan, they tell you to like hang out in the forest for an hour? And you're like, what? The forest heals you? What? And it's just like, it's just us. This isn't like everywhere else. It's like, that's what I'm saying is they did a perfect job, but did a perfect job convincing us to not be our natural selves.
Yeah.
It's
well,
so
there's so
good.
much money in it. Tons and tons and tons
they
of money
did
and
perfect.
control and power in it.
Yeah, but now I think it's like pretty obvious that it's collapsing because it's so unnatural.
Yes, it is.
That
and it
it's.
is,
We wish you only good.
Everyone says the future is strange, but I have a feeling some things won't change.
it's collapsing on its own because, like you just said, everybody's now waking up to that.
Yeah.
Everybody is waking up to that. But, I wanted to ask, all that being the case, does that consciously come through and into your music?
The
Is
collapse?
Well, no, but just all of these things that we're talking about. I mean, that your musical expression has got, there's a lot of aspects to the music that you've created. There's a lot of different, what is it, 5 albums?
I think so.
Yeah. So, that's an incredible amount of creativity. And
well, thank you. That's so
know.
nice. But I don't. I channel all of the words. Like it's not. The only thing I do that I would think is even slightly impressive is at some point sit down and like allow it to come to me. Even, you know what I mean? Like it is a message. It's not my message, but I resonate with the message. I think that's why I'm getting it. But yeah, I think thus far it is the message. It was important, and particularly I think to get through this section. Like, because I asked myself, why the fuck are you here? Like, because I know for certain, I know I chose to be here. I know what is the truth is that, it sounds stupid, but it's like, I knew I thought I could be helpful during this time. I knew this time was going to be hard. And, like, there are many days where I'm like, you're so fucking stupid. Like, you should have just skipped this part. Like, why did you think you could be helpful? Like, you know, you could have just been, like, up there floating around, just, like, feeling like the sun. And yet you're like, I think I'm going to go down there during the hardest part and just try and, like, write songs for them. But
that's what you did.
That's what I did. So I am here to do that. But I just channel stuff. But actually, and it was to help this section. And I think this section is the collapse. And I think this happens over and over and over again. I think the whole thing happens over and over again. I think it always starts, not always starts the same, but I think it's pretty much the same. I believe like the Jesus story almost, no offense, like Jesus is number one, but I think that happens over and over again. I think this whole thing just keeps happening over and over again, and we keep forgetting, we keep doing it. And so this part of like being like, I'm going to help out at the hard part where everything collapses is so human to think that this is the hard part. So many things that people are overlooking right now is so interesting to me because you couldn't even like get a BJ under your desk as a president. I'm not talking about the president, but like you used to have to be a certain way, and that is done. No one has to be that way, but you're not allowed to be this other way. So there's all sorts of things that are cuckoo bananas. So it's like, it's just a time, it's just a thing, and it has to get so crazy, so unrealistic. And people comparing it to like World War II isn't even a good example, because this is way different. And like even this being YouTube, I don't like conspiracies because you don't even need them, but it's like some people might have become good friends with like some other people that like had like rockets and like going into space and like making deals with them, and like that's what
of course
all of those like drones were flying over Jersey like that time was from the deal they made in like 2016 and 17. And it's like there's some stuff going on that like is beyond anything anyone needs to know. We just need to focus on ourselves. Focus on, like, the major atrocities going on, give them light, like, put power in other places. Having said that, I do think I'm not going to be writing from the same, like, channeling from the same source, which is my guides. Like, y'all are number one, for sure, legit. Like, thank you. But I've been hearing some very interesting messages coming from animals lately. Not me personally, because I'm not... I don't channel animals. But Tommy had a lot of conversations with our animal friend, Amy Wild of Spectral Communications. And she's been getting messages from multiple animals that are the most beautiful. Like, they want to make music. They've told her. This horse, like lots of different animals, a cat, like she does sessions, and they want to start participating in this sort of like musical realm. And I thought to myself, you know what?
There's a new album.
That's fucking interesting. So I think the next record, you know, it's like there's all this focus on like trying to help this guy do that. It's like, I think I just want to make the animals want a shot at some vinyl.
Go there, 100%.
That's what I'm going to do.
Totally go there.
That's my new...
Just hook, line, and sinker. Go there.
That's what I'm doing.
That could be really interesting.
also have been doing a little bit of trying to communicate with different types. I mean, this does sound like batshit crazy, but I've been communicating with trees, which is so strange to say, because I'm like, fucking like a totally regular guy.
Yeah.
Completely regular guy. Like, ain't no like hippie ass bullshit, but I'll tell you, I started noticing that trees have songs.
Okay. Well,
they just do.
So you're just sensitive to that.
I am, because I did the same thing as you. I was like, feelings feel bad. I don't like it. I'm not going to do it. And then I stopped drinking, and I was like, oh my God, feelings are, wait, what? And that was like 5 years ago. And it's taken me 5 years to understand, okay, feelings aren't bad. They're not good either. Like they're weird, but they'll never be as bad as they were when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And like I've been avoiding those feelings. Like I thought that's how all feelings were.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I'm like just trying to be a feelings person, and it turns out I'm really sensitive, which I didn't know.
Right.
I've just been trying to be tough because fucking people. The only choices you had when I was a kid was to be like Barbie or G.I. Joe. And I was like, I guess G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
Like, I don't know. Whatever. And now I'm like, yeah, if you're like short little person, like you're the only choice you have is to be super tough. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, nah, don't think about anything. But now I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, because you're gaining mastery over that.
Yeah.
Your consciousness expands. Your perspective gets bigger. Yeah. And you're able to kind of put that into a slot that makes more sense to you. And by doing that, again, that's what I mean by victory. Yeah. You've won a victory over that. Because now that doesn't control you, you control it. You're able to see it for what it is and put it in a place in your life. And that's what getting older is all about.
Yeah, well, it's weird because everyone always was like, you need to talk to plants. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Yeah. And I would like sometimes.
Where do I start?
Well, I didn't really know. So I would like talk to my plants a little bit, be like, hi, hope you're happy today. Yeah. But then what I realized is they meant communicate with the plants. Yeah. So I can look at like a plant and it can send me a message. And it's fucking weird.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, that's like, not everybody gets to have any sort of experience at any level with something that they would call a UFO or a UAP. I mean, not everybody has that. Okay. And a lot of those people that experience those things, it started in their childhood.
Almost always.
Yeah. And so, like, I've seen things, but that's probably because whatever mushrooms I was chewing that night gave me the vision. But, it's like, I can't say that I've ever seen anything like that that triggered me on an intuitive level.
Right.
Okay, that's not.
Do you have any relatives in the military?
My father was a Marine.
Ooh. Was that fun?
I don't know. He left before my first birthday.
Huh. Yeah. I'm sorry.
He took off. Oh, it's fine. I met him later. He was a
Marine?
Pimp and a drug runner.
Huh.
Living in Palm Springs with a gaggle of gals.
That sounds fun.
So he hung out with Jack Ruby in Dallas and did work for him.
That sounds great.
At the Carousel Club. So no, he wasn't much of a Marine, but he just did his 2 years and he was out.
That's a style.
But and then he was later murdered in Dallas's largest mass murder, which happened in 1984. What? He was one of 6 people that were killed when a guy came in. There was a supper club, or just kind of a sort of an upper end kind of club. A guy came in.
Sorry.
It's okay. Oh my mother called me. I was at a phone booth on Beverly Boulevard, across from my apartment because I used to live in Fairfax district, and I called my mother one day, and because I probably forgot to pay the phone bill or couldn't, and she was just crying her eyes out. This is her first husband, and even though they weren't together very long, she of course always loved him. She was in love with him, And she just would not stop. I'm like, okay, Mom, what's up? Now, this is news. What news did you get that causes this? Is my brother still there? Okay, he's fine. Okay, my cousin there. Everybody's okay. What the? And she said, well, Frank got killed today. He was shot in this nightclub. A guy came in. This girl wouldn't dance with him. He went out to his car, came back with a gun, and shot 6 people. Now, my dad, Frank, was sitting at the bar, and he was shot once, and it hit his hand. So he slipped off the bar. He was going to go through the kitchen out to his car where he had a trunk full of guns. My dad was not a nice guy. And he was going to, because he told the bartender this, I'm going out, I'm going to get a gun, I'm going to come back and kill this guy. But as he slipped off, started to go to the back, the guy got another shot on him, and that stopped him.
Oh
Otherwise, he would have been the hero, because he would have definitely shot that guy.
Well,
the first time I
the hero.
ever met my dad, the first place we stopped was a gun store, and he bought 2 pistols. So I know that he wasn't a nice guy, but he also kind of played the game according to the rules, the bad guy rules, and he never did anything to innocent people, that kind of thing. And he basically, by that time, was retired. He's like, I don't want any more of that life. I moved back to Dallas. I'm going to open a barbecue restaurant.
Aww.
And then they got him.
Really?
So, yeah. So I never really knew my dad
I'm so sorry.
much. It's okay. It's like, he looks... I saw a picture of him when he was like 21 and a picture of me, and we are exactly the same person. Look at pictures of me early, like gun club or whatever, and you can't tell the
what
difference
about
between him and
that?
my dad. It's so weird.
What year was he?
84, he was killed. He wasn't very old. He's like 40-something. So
What year did Gun Club start?
81. So,
Does that
look,
word have
he
any,
lived by the
like...
sword. He died by it. There you go. That's the way it is. Anyway, it's not about me. It's about you. And I can't wait for this next album because I think it's going to be fantastic. I think it's going to be amazing. Because I think you're getting stuff. You're getting energy right now that's kind of like really going to take you to all kinds of new places.
Well, they have great material. She's been trying to share these animal messages with me for maybe like a year and a half or more, and I just wasn't ready to hear it until now. And now I'm like, oh, because I was kind of...
Right, you're ready for it.
She did a session with Tommy right after the fire where Tommy was like, I was trying to talk to Tommy and be like, what's wrong with your body? Just like figure out like, hey, I'm so sorry. Do you know what just happened? Like I lied. I was like, so the crazy thing happened and the smoke came and blew away our house. So now he can't live there anymore. But Tommy was just like, I know what happened. Like it's all the animals knew. We all knew. And I remembered she had been barfing for like 5 days leading up to the fire. Oh. And then I was like, are you trying to give up? Do you want to leave the body? And she kept trying to tell me, she's like, you guys are so obsessed with bodies. Like, it's not about the bodies. The body doesn't matter. All this stuff. And I was like, I don't care. She was trying to talk about souls and spirits and what the animal's message is to me. And I was like, I don't fucking care about your soul or your spirit. I just care about your body. Like, do you need medicine? Like, I love your body. Yeah. But she was trying to tell me it was time to go.
Time to go.
Like 6 months ago. And I just couldn't even hear it. It didn't make any sense. I was like, yeah, I know we're souls. Great. We live together eternally. Perfect. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, tell me about your body because that's what I'm in control of.
It's strange how they tell us.
Yeah. I mean, she literally said it. And then the last session we did, she just was like, she was like, "Fine." But thank you for sharing your story.
No, that's so bad. I mean, I'm just so glad that you've managed to keep going, put your one step in front of the other, and just do it. I'm just looking so forward to Death Valley Girls and what you guys do next.
Thank you.
It's just fucking awesome. I love it.
Thank you. I can't believe you like it.
Nah, I love it.
I think that's crazy.
I just love whatever incarnation you make of it. It's really good. Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Are we done? We're done. Oh my God.
Is that the normal content of this radio show?
No. Oh. That was fantastic.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Thank you so
God.
much. Oh my God.
Thank God. I don't want to come here and blow it.